reflection. Be yourself, and you will become more than what you are. Isn't that deep, y'all? Listen to what Jesus says when he's talking about the Pharisee who's self-righteous and the sinner. The sinner said, God, I am a sinner. He wouldn't even look up at God. He put his hands in his face. He says, I messed up. I'm a sinner. God, I don't deserve your goodness. I have messed up. Please help me. And God said that sinner went home justified and made right, whereas the Pharisee went home unchanged. How many times do we go to church and leave unchanged because we're self-righteous and not self-aware? You're looking around the church and see everybody else and what they doing wrong and what they wore and who they came to church with and what they and how their lifestyle, but you have not done anything to check yourself, and you leave unchecked. But there's people who come in still smelling like weed, still dressed like they were at the nightclub, and they come to the altar and they're broken and they're crying, and you sitting there looking at them like they're crazy because you don't realize how good God is and how far he brought you, and you remain the same. You are complacently unchanged because you're comparing yourself with other people and using their failure as your standard for this mediocrity that you're proud of. But God says if you are to be honest with yourself and keep it a buck with yourself, you will see that you are not all of that in a bag of chips. And watch this. God doesn't want you to be down on yourself. He just don't want you to think more highly of yourself than you ought to. He wants you to be sober in your assessment of yourself. And when you're sober of your assessment of yourself, God says that's when I can make you more than yourself. Is there anybody tonight that wants God to make you more than what you are? Come on, somebody tonight, help me in here. When you're true to who you are, you can become more than who you are. God needs you to be honest about where you are and take ownership in your stuff. Own your stuff. I want to say another word, but I can't because we're in Bible study. Own your stuff, man. When you own your stuff, God says, I can take you higher now. That when you admit that I am not the daddy I need to be, I'm not the husband I need to be, I'm not the friend I need to be, I haven't been the kind of church member I need to be. I could do better listening. I could do better holding my tongue. I could do better not gossiping. I could do better in helping out more. I could give more time at the church. I could do better tithing. I could do better serving in ministry.